Hi, AI and design students. We already 13th, and the topic today is design media and interface. We are going to deal with some kind of 360 VR, AR, augmented reality, mixed reality, so-called XR. Okay, nowadays, the term metaverse, a kind of abbreviation, meta plus universe. So metaverse simply means some kind of cyberspace, but a little bit different from conventional term cyberspace. Anyway, as an architect and architectural researcher and as a developer, I like to show you some kind of cutting edge things regarding AI and design issues. That is why I brought this one for your lecture material today, and also introduce you some deeper about homestyler.com. By using that web app, you can choose the final project option 2. But I encourage you to take option 1 by using your own data for making your own training model, so that make a new interesting result, AI engine, something like that. Okay, keep moving on. Advances in design media. So last time in the class material, you have watched some 360 examples, right? 360. So in the reason for bringing you some kind of 360 images and 360 movies is I like to say something a little bit more about those XRs. XR means VR, virtual reality, AR, augmented reality, and they are all some kind of mixed reality. So in this slide, you can find out some kind of relevant definitions. Take a look. As you know, VR, let me turn off my face. This is the movie Ready Player One, and this is the app Bit Saber in Star Wars. Anyway, by using VR, we already experienced a lot of something similar to this one. Okay, this is the goggle for using that. Pokemon Go. This was sort of ground-shaking, world-famous, popular game. Couple of years ago, some more years ago, I'm not sure. Anyway, this is sort of representative app to introduce what is AR technology to public. At that time, a lot of people walking around where the place where this kind of Pokemons are coming, right? In order to catch them and holding them in their smartphone apps. Anyway, that was sort of very popular at that time. And now, actually, this one is working too. So lots of people enjoyed this kind of AR-based game, and there are more AR-based game released. MR, the movie Kingsman, this is sort of virtual, sort of realistic conference, but they are all, those people, all they are existing in totally different places in this planet. Something like that. Anyway, these are VR, AR, and mixed reality, but you can see even more detailed definition about that. Okay, this is reality. And this is augmented reality, AR, because this geometry from computer. This is computer model. Anyway, in this picture, this example looking very just mesh-based housekeeping robot or something. It's not that realistic, but anyway, this added computer model can be displayed on top of this reality picture or animation, movies, or even in your eyes, in your retina. You can feel this one is actually existing there with some kind of goggle or devices now. Okay, Google Glass is one example. Another one is augmented virtuality, AV or AVR, something like that. Augmented geometry, this one, or even the background can be combined with this AR. Simply VR plus AR, okay? Virtual reality, totally virtual. This is general computing environment, computer-aided design based thing. Or game environment. Think about your game environment. In game environment, anyone can fly, shooting your fire guns and running, doing something, and there are some robots, monsters, dinosaurs, anything possible from humans' imagination, because they are all totally virtuality based. So this kind of classification can be useful for clarify what are so-called XR. Okay, X can be anything. Okay, augmented reality, virtual reality, mixed reality, whatever. So for doing and experiencing them, this is sort of the early prototype for 360 camera. For doing some kind of VR, AR apps, we need this kind of 360 camera. But also this is not that the latest technology. This one, Insta360, that's the one that I have in my lab for the research purposes. This one is very powerful. It's sort of 5K, 4K video taking and picture taking device. In both side, we have those two 360 camera. This one in charge of 180 degree, this one in charge of another 180 degree. So 360 degree can be captured by those two so-called fisheye lenses. So by using this kind of camera, we can take the images. So let me show you. Okay, actually you saw in the video. Let me show you this example. Okay, how about this? Okay, if I open this one, okay, this is the video, right, with the sound, and people is walking out because this is movie bar. Okay, this is the student, my lab student, who she's in charge of taking this video. If I take a look the bottom, this one is, take a look, tripod. On top of this tripod, camera installed and just standing by itself taking this video. So what if a certain robot geometry standing here? That is AR, but this is not real. This is also recorded video. What is that? That is so-called AVR or AV or something, okay? Or you can say mixed reality. So let me open this one, another one. This is the exactly middle of the Y Valley. This is sort of the bridge area between the central library and Samsung digital library. And this is a whole, the structure here. Also there is tripod, and you can take a look. Some students are working, studying, meeting in this place. This is so-called Y Valley. You can stop by this area as well, okay? Anyway, so this is the device to take that kind of pictures. And now you know why I introduced you 360 pictures and 360 animation videos, because they are sort of new type of interface to use for advanced design. So far, AI and this kind of XR technologies are sort of separated, okay, not that much integrated. But in near future, in my research lab. One of the government-funded projects is to develop how to combine AI-based design approach with XR interface. This is interface, not the core technology or design methodology or something. This is an interface, okay? And this is sort of existing external technology for better design or efficient design or some kind of sort of good designs, okay, for the future. So how to combine them for making more added values? That's the question for that research funded project. So now I'm conducting. If I got some meaningful result, it's going to be published and like to show you, okay, later. Theme park. This is conventional Disney World at Florida. Nowadays, I heard this one is reopened, but anyway. Using this link, YouTube link, you can take a look. Virtual reality-based theme park. And nowadays, some Amazon video or some Netflix videos, they have some kind of, you know, that Black Mirror, okay? The name of that TV show drama is Black Mirror. Some series of Black Mirror themes. One of the series, I found some of them dealing with some virtual reality. They assume that in this Black Mirror environment, they assume that virtual reality or augmented reality is embedded in our daily life. So what happened? The happenings and some incidents described in that Black Mirror video, very, very interesting. Please take a look. Black Mirror at Netflix. This is not an ad, okay? I experienced. They described this kind of future technology in very, very realistic ways and some kind of not only promising ways but also some dark side of these technologies. Okay. Anyway, virtual theme park you can find out through this YouTube video. Very interesting. Okay, but it is not totally new. Actually, even in 1939 there was some Sensorama. Probably you students never experienced something like this device or this one. But my age people, I remember, actually I didn't have this kind of things, but I remember something like this one, okay? What I need to do is click the rebel to the downside, and then I can take a look one by one pictures. They showed Eiffel Towers and New York City and some kind of White House at Washington DC, Grand Canyon, something like that. Okay, View Master Reel, one View Master Reel. Anyway, this kind of device we used to be using them for seeing something, experience something. So objective is same. We need to experience something new in different place. This Sensorama, actually this is now 1950s, originated this kind of device nowadays. So this concept of this one initiated 1939, and now we are in 2020. So technology for, okay, this one idea just developed. Technology increased, but recently really dramatically changed the amount of technologies. Long time, not that much developed, okay? Something like this device is used for this kind of realistic media, but recent decades, we got some new technologies, wired internet, Wi-Fi network, connected, and very, very fast computers, especially the really high definition pixels for display, even on top of your smartphones. That is why Google can make this kind of cardboard. As you know, this is just, as far as I know, just $4, $4 US. You can make it by using this kind of paper-based cardboard. What you need to do is insert your smartphone. That's it. By using smartphone apps, you can experience 360 images, 360 movies. I remember there is a virtual Manhattan tour, virtual New York tour video, okay? It's really immersive experience provided by using this kind of thing. And also Oculus, this one, we don't need to insert your smartphone. This one has the screen, okay, inside. So our lab also, we have both of them, but nowadays, thanks to smartphone, expensive smartphones, better display, sometimes it's much better than this kind of devices, VR devices. And this is not that cheap, okay, expensive too. But technology advances really fast, so sometimes this one is much better, thanks to smartphone displays. Oculus Rift and some AR-based goggle, something like this, HoloLens 2, and the Magic Leap 1, or this kind of some cave. Cave is also some immersive media, realistic media tool for experiencing this one. And you know that 4DX cinema, in Seoul there are a lot of 4DX cinema, okay, theater. Nowadays it's not that popular for high density indoor spaces, sort of avoided, okay, because of some current issues, COVID-19 something. But anyway, if you have time, try it. I think you already got experience in the US or some Seoul or other cinema places. Even at home nowadays, home theater support this kind of advanced user interfaces. By using this one, virtual reality, we also use this one, virtual reality based meeting. You can take a look some series of my examples with references, YouTube videos for your information, okay? This is the Magic Leap 1, another AR device. I have this one in my lab for research purposes. This one is really good to see and to experience some AR technologies, but not that realistic compared to VR. That's the limitation of current technology of AR. And that is why relatively compared to VR technologies, AR technologies are not that highly advanced, because it has its own limitation. But in few years, probably this one going to be sort of the main technologies, leading technologies. One evidence is here. Apple now pursuing some kind of AR technology-based apps and services. As far as I know, iPhone 12, I use iPhone 11 Pro Max, and I got some leaks news about iPhone 12. They're gonna add LiDAR sensor on iPhone 12, which means this one very good for AR, okay? Very good for using AR technologies. Anyway, Apple is leading nowadays for AR. Google seems like abandoned, because Google Glass, the news about Google Glass, it's kind of pending status, right? You know that. Anyway, AR devices. And the example of AR devices, this is R2-D2 character in Star Wars. Some cases, examples you can find out in the reference website. So this is demonstration. We model this one. Okay, this is sort of interior design model. Okay, design model, actual model done by computers. This one can be loaded on top of my desk. This is my meeting room desk. We can place on the desk and we can see it. We can talk about this design, get some critiques compared to other design alternatives and so on. Totally virtual, but this one reality based. That is why this is AR technologies. Okay, augmented reality. Take a look. Example, series of example images. And also this is 360 image file. By using this one, we trained this one and we try to recognize people, chair, table, ceiling structure, a sculpture or some other signs or lighting structure and the pattern on the floor and so on. For what? For better design or better design methodology approaches in near future. That is so-called AID approach. So 360 images, so-called XR plus AID. That's kind of tiny snippet, a sort of glimpse to see some near futures research and development project now I'm doing. Okay, XR plus AID. So this is computer generated. This is real picture. This is computer generated 360 images. This is also 360 images. The reason for showing you this one is if you can create this kind of 360 image, it can be used on top of your smartphone. You can moving your smartphone and see what happened on your smartphone, or you can plug that into your cardboard, Google's cardboard, so that you can see something like Oculus Rift or some VR device interface. You can cheaply, easily using that VR interface by using your existing smartphones and your own generated design pictures. So how to make this one? You don't need to use very complicated, hard to use professional tools such as 3D Max or Revit. Instead, Home Styler. In today's exercise demo and tomorrow's exercise demo, you can take them all together today. By using homestyler.com, you can easily make something similar to this image, and then you can find out that pattern. Let me quickly show you as a quick example. Sign in. Okay, now actually it's here. Okay, let me open this website directly. Let me show you this one. This is homestyler.com, and take a look this one. How about this? Looking very realistic, isn't it? Okay, my computer just crashed. Screen turned off and turned on. What happened? I'm sorry, this is my problem. You don't. Okay, let me reopen. Okay, keep recording and showing you the screen. My laptop is actually MacBook Pro, new MacBook Pro, but I found it's not so stable. Anyway, take a look. This one is really photorealistic image. Take a look. But it's virtual. Take a look. Fry pan, this one. What happened? It's supposed to be touch the bottom of this sink, okay? And bananas. What happened to bananas? They are sort of evidence to show you this is computer generated graphics, okay? Actually, this home design is that Zai GS construction companies Zai apartment in Banpo. This is Banpo Zai, okay? We model this one quickly using Homestyler, and that tutorial video gonna show you how to model and how to render this one. You can follow by your own design, and this is the option, one of the possible option too, okay, for you. All these components are object based. You don't need to design polygon by polygon, surface by surface, point by point, line by line. You don't need to. What you need to do is just select your component and load them, place them, and decorate them. That's it. Okay. Anyway, this is the example I like to show you here. One of the examples of 360 based images. Okay. I introduce you today about some design media and interfaces. Take a look. Designed by mouse clicks. Probably to someone this one sounds weird, right? Designed by mouse clicks? What else? What if we don't use mouse? What if we don't use a keyboard or computing interface, Apple Pencil or my fingers for touch screen? How to design? This is the main character, originality, how we design nowadays using computers. But think about general GUI-based 3D modeling tools, the 3D design tools. They are so-called conventional design tools, like this one, okay? Drag your mouse, draw this kind of surface line, and editing some polygons, surface curve, move, rotate, and so on, right? So this is the way how to create this kind of surface geometry or 3D geometry like this one, okay? Push-pull plugin of SketchUp tool so that you can create this kind of, this shape of geometry. This is 3D Max interface. In 3D Max, there is freeform deformation modifier. By clicking the point one by one and move here or there, anywhere, and then you can control the shape of the geometry here. Okay, this is the geometry. Take a look. So how to create this kind of geometric shapes? How to make it? Mouse clicks. Okay, that's how we generate this kind of geometric models. Geometric modeling in 3D Max or any 3D tools, conventional tools, they are so-called non-parametric. They just use mouse clicks. But there is another one, actually more technology-based things, but I simply put a name like this one, designed by numbers. Actually, the original word designed by numbers is a computer software name by John Maeda, MIT Media Lab. He used to be here and used to be the president of RISD, Rhode Island Institute of Design. Anyway, take a look. This is one example done by numbers, designed by numbers, using Rhino and Grasshopper plugin. And also, you know that this is the visual language, as you saw in the exercise, last week exercise, MS as a Machine Learning Studio. That's interface very similar to this graphical language, visual language. MS Azure also used visual language. There is input, output, and the node, which means a method, a function. So by using this visual language, this is the name of this visual language is Dynamo. By using Dynamo, we can create this kind of geometry behind. So this is the visual language definition, and these are preview window, and this is the actual model view of your computer screen. Okay. So also not only that kind of visual language based, script language based design also one of the approach for design by numbers, not just mouse clicks. Okay, processing is very famous application you can download by free. This is totally free design tool. This is the processing website. By using processing, you can make this kind of designs. But you need to know Java language. Processing language is a dialect of Java. That is processing. If you type this entire language in this coding gonna create this one rectangle shape and some points like this. Okay. If you type this one in processing language, and then you can find out this example. Okay. So seeing is believing. So let me show you this one quickly. Let me copy this language and open processing. Let me execute the processing language here, and I'm going to show you. In this interface, let me paste the code. Let me execute. This is the result window. Okay, so this kind of different radius circle shape in white color changed, and eventually this one forms a sort of black dot in this shape like this. What if I change the code like this? The former one was sort of fixed location of the center point, but at this time I changed the location of the mouse. X and Y coordinate system going to be used for the center point of this circle. So take a look. This kind of, according to my mouse movement, the shape changed like this. It's dizzy. Anyway, this kind of visualization, this is really simple example. Okay, there are amount of more very gorgeous and very so-called looking good example, amazing example like this. This is very relatively long code, and this one is sort of auto-generated tool. So let me, okay, this is something very long, but let me try it. Okay, let me copy the substrate. Okay, I just paused and I found this one example, the one that I show you, this example, substrate. This is something generative design. Let me open this code. Okay, this is substrate example, the coding done by someone else long ago, and let me execute this one, and then now you see this screen. Let's take a look. Edges growing from one main axis. If they meet, one is stopped. Okay, as you see, this one is looking like very city scale map looking components. It's kind of landscaping or development of city roads or something. It looks like something like that. But anyway, if I reset, click it again, and then new line generation made. If we touch another line, stops, and some more additional lines created in other area. amount of detailed things and undeveloped area here. High density development, something like that. Actually, this one totally algorithm based, not AI or something new. This is conventional, but this design, the current image couldn't be recreated by this one, never again, okay? Because this one is not designed by mouse click, right? No one drew these lines. Computer generates by itself. That is why I'm saying this is an approach of design by numbers, okay? That number means program code. You already experienced this one last time by using some Python code on top of Google's Colab for training images. Actually, this one and that one, totally different story, but at least these are not conventional design approach, designed by mouse clicks, okay? That's my point. Okay, let me go back to slide. Next one is AI-based design, so-called AID. Deep learning-based design, actually this is very too much specific, but in a broader meaning, that is AID. I told you, designed by mouse clicks, designed by numbers. Number means coding, right? I told you. Or someone says parameters. That is why this is parametric design. This is non-parametric design. And next thing is AID. Okay, that's what our class is looking for. Okay, conventional mouse keyboard based design or some Apple Pencil, something here. Okay, new media, new interface, 360 images, AR, VR. But anyway, designed by coding, designed by numbers, parametric design, and then the most advanced one, probably we can say it's AID, right? So Rabbit is architectural design tool, BIM tool. If you are not in architecture major, you don't need to know what is Rabbit. Anyway, Rabbit generative design shows you how to design by computers. So you can take a look this one if you're interested. Okay, generative design case. And also not only this kind of thing in today's exercise video, you can find out how to use this kind of approach, how to actually do something for AID, deep learning based design. Let me back to here. I told you option 2 could be one of your design output, but I don't want to judge your the quality of design outputs. Instead, I like to evaluate your approaches. What I mean is, what if you draw by hand and submit it? It's not fit to this course, AID. What if you do something designed by mouse clicks, such as Adobe Illustrator or Photoshop design, or some others? This is not a design studio class, I told you before. So what you need to do for option 2 is using this one. Sorry, this one, okay? AID design, AI assisted design. So logo design that I told you for your exercise 1, this is one option, okay? But this is too tiny and it's kind of duplicated if you take it for your final project. That's why I said home styler, one option. Another option is today's exercise video. You can take a look, okay? I have this one here. Let me show you this one quickly. In this video, you can download beta version of this kind of app or machine learning for creators, Runway ML. by using this app, you can download, install free. This is not web app you need to install, but take a look amount of examples for doing some AI deep learning based. This is Yonsei University main building. By using this one, we can change the visual style according to some type of image transfer style. Okay, image transfer, new image generation. Take a look. This picture can be moved to this kind of illustration looking images. Also, by using this kind of mouse touch, you can generate a totally something different. Clicking airplane, and what you need to do is just draw mouse and then something created here. Okay, actually it's not that looking like airplane, person, and drag by here, and then there is a person. So try to use something similar to this one converted into this one. Okay, so please take a look the exercise video today, and then that one could be any of the tool possible, but give an example or something you found, some apps you found also available. Welcome. Okay, no problem. You need to put some descriptions and link, address, some references, some evidence what you used and what you have done by yourself for your final project. That's it. That's enough. Okay, that's the way to go. Here is a quick review about Home Styler. Please take a look at today's exercise and tomorrow's exercise all together. Okay, you can watch the video, and then you can find out the reason for bringing this one Home Styler is very simple. Compared to your input time, compared to your input, output is amazing. That's why I bringing this one to you. This is really easy to use web app. Okay, this is an web app. You don't need to install. Just open and log on to homestyler.com, and then you can decorate your room. Even if it's very small room, this size of room. Okay, this is your room and your bed and the desk and your chair and some decoration things here. That's enough. And here is the window. You can decorate even if this is a tiny room. Your camera here can take 360 and you can rotate the views without problem. Very powerful application. That's why I show you this one today. Okay, this address as an example. Look, really realistic, photorealistic render output. This is typical Korean apartment. Okay, 85 square meters, three bedroom apartment. It's so typical, but for some reason I made this one as a tutorial with my TAs, so you can take a look at the tutorial, today's introductory tutorial and tomorrow's some detailed tutorial about this one, and then make it as your own. If you choose this one for your final, try it. Very interesting, very powerful. Okay, thank you.